Hi guys, how's it going? First new video of Mongoose Automotive. Kendon is not here, but I thought this would be a good video idea. So I'm in a completely different car. My sister's beater, daily stupid little thing, but it's a manual and my car isn't. But I thought I'd make a video on how to drive manual. And I know you're like, well, you drive an auto every day. Well, I do know how to drive manual, and I had a truck before this. It was manual, and I was good at it, you know? So yeah, let's get into this. Okay, ignore the fluffy steering wheel. So, first thing you want to do when you're in a manual car, so basically there's three pedals here, okay? There's obviously brake and gas, and this clutch here is actually what controls engagement to the road and the engine. And basically, if you ever ridden a motorcycle, you know how the clutch works, but yeah, so you let this out and you can move. So, the first thing you're going to want to do, press this clutch in, make sure it's out of gear, and go ahead and turn the car on. Now, this car doesn't have a tachometer. That's fine, you don't need one. It sure helps know what your RPMs are. So, basically, we're in a parking lot right now, so I can show you, so I'm not bugging traffic, but there's a park brake here, and this is how you park. It's no park gear, okay? This locks the rear wheels, and a lot of people leave their gear shifts in gear to help the car doesn't roll. So just to get going, you're gonna want to put the clutch in. That makes it so you don't stall. And basically the shifter, you move this left and up, okay? So it goes one, first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, and fifth, okay? Reverse is over here. This is a 5-speed car, okay? 6 speed, same thing, but reverse is up here. So yeah, so you're gonna want to put the clutch in, car in first. Now just get familiar with just letting the clutch out and feeling where the car grabs. You want to be really slow with it because it'll jitter and stuff, okay? So look, my foot is off the gas and we are rolling in gear, okay? We're in first gear. Now, so while I'm rolling around here, just to explain something, the problem with a lot of manual stuff is like people don't understand how the gears exactly, like what their job is. They just think, oh, whatever, they're just gears, right? But the important thing about them is they control what speed you're going. They control how fast, you know, and they're important. Now, most cars are automatic nowadays. In fact, like almost all of them are. But if you get a manual car and you don't know how, you know, it's important to know. So basically, we'll just say this, okay? First gear, lowest gear, okay? It's a short gear. It will spin faster. Okay, it'll top the engine out faster. So basically, it'll limit you to a certain speed. In fact, I will show you right now. We will roll, and I will show you. Watch, listen to the engine. A lot of resistance, really low gear, but it's a high acceleration, okay? So this is, lower gears are better for low speeds, okay? Lower speed, lower gear, so you can get moving. Now, once you're rolling in first though, okay? Let's say you're driving on the road. Oh shoot, engine sounds a little high. You put the clutch in. You keep the clutch in. You move the shifter straight down. Let the clutch out. You're in second gear, which now keeps the engine's RPMs lower and allows you to go at faster speed on the road. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. Second will also top out eventually. In that case, you go push clutch in, middle, and up. And that is third gear, which again, like I said, allows you to go faster. The engine is a lower speed and the gear is taller, which means you have more room for speed, okay? Now, I don't have much room. I'm just kind of doing a circle to try and explain this. But basically, you can't be in a high gear when you're going too slow because the engine lugs and it can actually ruin things. So then what you're gonna do, you know, sometimes you have to downshift, so you just put the clutch in and do that. Now, people rev match, and basically I will explain to you what rev matching is. Okay, so basically rev match downshifting is basically you're in a gear, okay, and you got to downshift. And when you downshift, you'll notice it's abrupt because you're changing the speed of the wheels, and the engine's at a constant speed with the clutch in. There's no engagement, okay? But once the wheel speed changes and you let the clutch out, the engine then has to also speed up because it's directly engaged. So the clutch is basically like neutral temporarily, but it's not neutral. Neutral is in the middle, okay? So, but when you downshift, there's a way that people do it that just makes it a lot smoother. You don't have to do this, okay? But basically what you do, I guess I'll show you. So basically, let's say you're in third, okay? I'm gonna keep the clutch in because the car's on. Actually, you know, I'll turn it off. Okay, so you're in third gear or fourth gear or something, okay? Don't mind the stereo. And you're like, oh, gotta slow down, gotta shift down, okay? So what you're gonna do is you put the clutch in, you push this forward, and then you blip the gas just a little bit. And basically, the reason it's called rev matching, basically you're matching the RPMs to what they're going to be once the shift is completed. Because remember, I said the engine will have to catch up to the speed of the wheels, okay? So then you kind of help it. So then it's not, it's like this, instead of, you know? All right, guys, so we are in the parking lot, okay? Put the clutch in, make sure it's in neutral, and start the car, okay? And the park brake would normally be up. You put it down. All right, clutch is in right now. Put it in gear. Let it out slowly, give it a little bit of gas if you have to. It depends on how tight that clutch is, okay? And you get moving, all right? This car is a little worn out, so it doesn't drive as good as it should. Now, if you're driving up to a stop, you don't really have to shift because you're about to stop anyways. But on a hill, this is the hard part, okay? Now, you kind of just have to do that. Yeah, all right, so we're in first. 20 miles an hour, shift to second. See that? You can hear the engine. Okay, you don't want it to rev up too much. All right, third. Now we're just going faster, engine slower, gotta stop. Put it in neutral, let off the clutch, use the brake pedal. Just like an automatic, use the brake pedal to stop. Make sure it's in neutral, give it a good shake. All right, and then you're at a stop sign. Oh shoot, I don't want to stall. Don't ride your clutch in traffic. Don't hold it in, it wears things out. You just wanna wait till the light turns green. And remember, the higher speed you have, the taller the gear you're gonna be in. So if you're going like 80, yes, you're gonna be in your highest gear. It's complicated in your brain because you have to worry about all the shifting and stuff. Now traffic is where it sucks because you have to worry about, you know, going really slow and then stopping, then going slow and then stopping, okay? Basically you kind of just put the clutch in. Oh shoot, gotta roll. Okay, roll, put it back in neutral. Oh, gotta roll again. You don't want to hold the clutch, it's bad for it. If you can see it, pull up to the house, okay? You're in neutral, whatever. Roll up to your stop. Okay, now you want to make sure you're in neutral, okay? Now what I like to do, so remember it's in gear, so it's like, it won't move. It will, but it'll turn the engine with it, which has compression, which stops without a fire, okay? Basically, you want to park it like this. You put it in gear, or you put it in reverse, because if you're parked on a hill, and then you put that in, and you shut it off. And it's in gear. Won't move, okay? So, this is the one big pro of manuals, besides being fun and engaging, is that you can start it with a dead battery. Okay, you know, you normally start a car with a key. Start the engine, keep going. So we're on a hill right here. So it's on bikes, obviously. You want to be facing down the hill. Okay. This is not a very steep hill, which is actually a good example. You can do this by running with the car, but basically here's what you're going to want to do. So watch this. I'm going to shut the car off. We're going to get rolling. Okay, turn the ignition on. Keep the clutch in gear, in second gear preferably. You want some good momentum, okay? You want to get moving enough to where it'll start the engine. So basically, remember, it's engaging the engine with the wheels. So the wheels will then drive the engine once you let the clutch in. So watch this. Car's on. See? That's how you roll start. I forgot to show you guys that. That's really important to know. And you can do it by running on flat ground if you have to as well. Alright guys, subscribe.